Hey, what is up, you guys? It is Poe, and today I wanted to talk about hoarding, and it's not an issue a lot of people understand really well, unless they grew up or have been around it a lot, and I have. Um, it's important to remember that hoarding stems from mental illness, and that's kind of, it's something people forget. They're like, they blow it off. They're like, haha, that's so funny. They make fun of it and stuff. And it is a mental illness, and it's not something people can control without help. And how do I know this? Because I have 3 family members who are hoarders. And given that I don't have a whole lot of family members, that's most of my family. My mom, I've lived with her for 10 years now. And 2 years before I was taken, almost 2 years, it was 18 months. So I've been in that situation most of my life. Excuse me. But yeah, I've seen the negative effects hoarding can have on people's lives, and when it gets worse, what I can see the correlations between, the stress, and when it's worse, and when she actually manages to help it a little, is when she's not being all sorts of stressed. So I'm not gonna show you any of my mom's stuff because that would be an invasion of her privacy, and I'm not at home right now anyway. I'm in a hotel because it was really fucking hot. So but my mom grew up in orphanages. She didn't have anything, and that is where her hoarding comes from. Everybody I've talked to says she's been like this as long as they've ever known her. And then when my father died, it got worse. And then when my brother died, it got more worse. And basically, she's not able to control it, and it negatively impacts her life. It causes a lot of her issues, and it's a negative cycle wherein it's causing her these issues, which are causing her stress, which is causing her to hoard more. And people don't tend to go about it like they would other mental illnesses. My mom is basically always in trouble with codes, and her lawyer came by and was like, you gotta get rid of all this junk. And that's exactly the wrong thing to say. My mom flipped out and I had to leave the house. It was really, my mom causes me so much anxiety, especially when she starts yelling. And the best way to start her yelling is to stress her out and to be like, you gotta get rid of your junk, yeah. And it's because she doesn't see it as junk. She sees it as everything she owns, even though it's a lot, and she's never gonna do anything with it. And that's maybe not something people understand very well, is that to us, to me, to you, it is junk, it is trash, it is worthless, it's never gonna get used, but not to her. To her, it is important. But don't, if you know someone who hoards, or you see a hoarder, their car's a mess, their house is a mess, please don't laugh. Please don't point. Please don't be like, what the fuck? Because it's really embarrassing. It's embarrassing for them. It's embarrassing for the people involved. It's really rude. It's really stressful because these people, you don't know what they're going through. You don't know if their entire house is in that car. You don't know if they're grieving. You don't know if they're sick. So just don't be like, Haha, you see that fucking car over there? It's so fucking full. She needs to throw that shit away. Obviously, she needs to throw the shit away, but it's not your place. It's it's straight up mean in some cases. I've had straight up mean things said to me because of something I have no control over. I can't control what my mom does, and she gets angry at me if I try. She gets angry at me if I throw stuff away that needs to be thrown away sometimes. I've had to physically remove her things from my room, from my trailer, over the years. And it's just, I'm really sick of, but that's not something I can do anything about, or really say anything about. We're trying to do as much as we can. But what I can tell you guys is to be understanding and be kind to these people, and don't be like, ha 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 ha, you're a hoarder. Yeah, duh. She knows. She's not stupid. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Just try to be understanding. And this goes for pretty much everything. Pretty much anybody you see on the streets, the crazy person with the stuffed animal, don't laugh at them. The little old lady, I helped a little old lady cross the street because she was terrified of getting hit by a car and she was obviously not well. And I didn't laugh at her. I helped her cross the street and then I crossed back myself. I'm not saying always do that because that could be unsafe, but be understanding, be caring, be empathetic, be full of love instead of judgment and hate and rudeness and all that kind of thing. Alright, thank you guys.